far better. Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm much better, more energised, ready to go. The weather's miserable here as well, so it's like quite cosy, which makes you more tired, doesn't it? I'm just going to get YouTube set up and get amongst it. Just missed a good party on the weekend, lads, so it was good fun. Good.
Is my microphone working?
Yeah, it's on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good game the other day as well, Dan, eh?
Huh?
Good game the other day as well, eh? Man U Newcastle. Can you hear me? I think there's something wrong with your mic, you know. I can hear you, Paul. You're quiet though, Paul. Okay. Okay, guys. Right, I'm going to get into a top down now because I think we've just missed a setup, which we can't take it. Anyway, I probably would have wanted a steeper pullback anyway, but now Friday was crazy because I believe Friday closed very, very bullish. 2060. Now I've been saying this for ages. My God! Oh yeah, it broke all the highs like yesterday. Bloody hell, yeah. So it's opened up, pushed up, and now it's looking to flip. Bloody hell. Okay, so make sure my mic's on YouTube. Good morning if you join us from YouTube or if you're watching recording. So, can you remember my last week or the week before? If you watch back the streams, what I've been saying, what did I say? When price was down here on this pullback on this monthly, I kept saying price is going to come and tap 2075 levels. It has to come and tap 2075 levels. Now, if price wants to get past 1842, 46 levels, it won't be able to get past here unless it comes up to tap these levels. And look what it's done. Price came all the way up and tapped it. Now, what happened with the last monthly candle is we closed heavily bearish and we broke out. Now, here's the difficult part. So we broke above this now, right? Broke above this. But where's the next range? Because we've got no previous data to go off, we don't know where the next range is. So how far is price going to push up? We don't know. So it's pretty difficult when you're breaking all-time highs. Now, me personally, I want gold to come back down because the way we trade is from previous data. So we need price to come back down just so we can use the previous data to trade from. Now, if price does carry on pushing and pushing, I am trading another pair which I'm going to start introducing to the streams. And it's NAS 100 I've been testing out. So far it's been pretty good. So we'll see how we get on with that and see when I introduce it. But at the moment it was still tradable at the minute because price is pushing back down. So monthly, heavily bullish. New monthlies opened up, pushed all the way to 2149, which is crazy. And started pulling back. We've had no bottom wick on this monthly, so I would suggest you'd get a bottom wick. Also, what has price done? When you get a breakout, what tends to happen next? You tend to get a pullback to tap previous support next. So let's say, go blow your nose, mate. So we had a breakout. Now what would normally happen now is a new candle should open up, pull back first, tap previous support. And where's previous support? Well, this is previous support, 1990. Tap previous support and then flip to the upside. Now, what's good for us, and I'm hoping this is what's going to happen, is price has opened up, pumped up, and now we're looking to flip to come back down. And I'm hoping the monthly closes back in. And then this whole month here is a fake out. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping by the end of the year that the monthly closes back into 1998, and then it's just a case of new candles should open up, push the highs, and then flip to the downside and start coming past these levels. Okay, but at the moment, where can we go on the monthly? Well, the only place we can go on the monthly now is 1990, so that's going to be sort of our target, because that's where price should tap, even if it wants to drive. Okay, so weekly, we closed again on Friday heavily bullish, and you broke all the highs, so you broke all, that's it, isn't it? So you broke the highs above 2038, and you closed bullish, and you also closed with a top wick. So what does that mean? Well, it's exactly the same. The only thing we've got to go off here is weekly's closed above, new weekly's opened up, pushed up first, and now flipping, and it should be coming to tap previous support, which is 2037. So really, this is now going to be our target for the week. We've got our monthly one, this is our weekly one. Okay, so that's probably what we'll try to catch today on these sessions or in the next few days. Now, what do you notice about this weekly? The previous week, few things. Not much of a top wick. When you don't get a top wick, what tends to happen is the next candle then tends to close the opposite to what the previous one with no top wick was. So for example, this should close bearish, which is fantastic for us, but how far down we don't know. Is it going to close doji bearish, or is it going to be a big bearish candle? We don't know. But if it can just close bearish, that's fantastic, because we can start heading back down. Also, what we've noticed is the weekly, no bottom wick. So what does that mean? Well, when you get a no bottom wick, it means price tends to pop back down to that area and creates a bottom wick for that candle. Even if price wants to push back up, we might get, I know, something like this close this week, and then next week we might get a top wick, or we might push down, create a bottom wick for this candle, and then this could flip back to the upside. That's what we could get this week. But eventually price should come back down to 2000 levels. Okay, so we keep that in mind. So as we're doing a top down, we go from top to bottom, we keep all this in mind and we tell the story. So at the moment, well, yes, we've closed heavily bullish on the higher time frames, but we're bearish at the moment, because we should be coming back down for a pullback. Okay, so daily, what's a daily done? Again, daily's no bottom wick, not much of a bottom wick. We close heavily bullish, then the daily, look how it's opened up. This just popped up, hasn't it? Popped up, and then we're flipping back to the downside. Now, where's the daily ranges? So there is a range here on the daily. So again, all these candles have broke to the high. None of them have done a pullback. So the dailies broke out exactly the same on the daily here. This daily should come back to tap at previous support, which is 2050. Okay, so that's our daily previous support. That's where we should be tapping today. I mean, we've still got a nice range of, it's loads, 105 pips still. So that's what I'll be looking at in a minute. I'll be looking at sells to come and tap that, because I do believe you'd need to tap that at least in order to drive further. And with a big push like this and then flip to the downside, I think you're going to pull back further. I think you're going to come to at least 2034, but in the week, I do believe we'll pop back down to 1990, either this week or next week. Because what we could get on the weekly is we could get a bearish close, but close respecting on the weekly, which is this one. Yeah. So then you've technically had an S play, and then a new candle opens up, pops down, creates a bottom wick for this candle, and flips back to the upside. That's potentially what we could get also. Okay, so how can we get in then? So let's have a look at the 4. So the 4 hasn't closed yet, it's still 2 hours. We're still up here on the 4-hour time frames. See, look, no data whatsoever. Yeah, none of them reach. So what do we need to do? I'd probably want to wait for a 4-hour close at the moment. Let me have a look at these lower time frames. 2 hour break. So we've had an hour. Let me put the trending structure on. Okay. So previous hour bearish. The forward closed bearish. Okay, and then we've got a heavy bearish 4 hour, but it hasn't closed yet. It's still 2 hours. So at any point that forward can pull back at the minute. We don't know if it's broke out of any ranges or anything like that because we're all time highs. Okay, so the only thing we've got to go off is the 1 hour time frame and downwards, really. Now, we have broke below. There is a minor support here, 2066. We have had an hour close below, but we haven't had a top wick. Okay, we haven't tested previous support. Remember what I said? It's exactly the same coming down. If you get a candle close, break out into the next range, what should happen? Well, the new candle should open up, pull back first, tap previous support, and then flip to come and fill the range. And then what you'll have is you'll have a top wick coming up to tap that previous support. Now, we haven't had that yet. What's happened is the hourly's opened up and pushed down first, and now it's kind of pulling back. So if this hour can come up and tap at least 2066 and we don't fill this range at 2050, what we could do is go into lower time frames and just look for a small time frame break to the low of them lows, and that would be the hour creating a steeper low, so a steeper wick. And if you think about it with candles, is if the hour comes back down to this wick, it doesn't just come back down to tap where the wick is. It comes back down to create a steeper bottom wick, so it pushes the wick further. And all that is on a lower time frame is just a break to the low, and then the lower time frame pushing to fill that range on like the 5-minute time frame. So if we can get a pullback to 2066, because the hour range currently is this, so we're currently in this range. Therefore, where should price be coming? Well, price should be coming down to fill 2050. Okay. Now let me just make sure where this range is. It's the hour. That's all there is, isn't it? No, there isn't. Yeah, so we've had an hour break, but I think this is all we've got to go on. The hour actually comes all the way back down to 2036. So what does that mean? Tell me, guys, I've just got to get Relax market. 2 seconds. So the hour's going to come and fill at least 2050, I would imagine, but we haven't had much of a pullback. I would really like a pullback tapping above these highs, but I don't think we're going to get that. Let's have a look on the lower time frame. What have we had? 15, 5, 15. I want to mark this up. The minor support, that's a 15 though. See, to be honest, I probably wouldn't have took this hour because it didn't have a pullback. Oh, that's it, isn't it? Oh, we've got to go. So there is a minor support here on the 15 or 2059, which we've tapped. Okay, we've tapped. So what can we do? What can we do? I can't actually do anything at the minute. The 30 could close. We've got a 30-minute close in 11 minutes. So could we just, if this 30 closes respecting 2066, this then would just be an S play on the 30. That's what that would be. But you've got to be careful because that could be the 30 closing respecting, the next 30 then could close back in. Then you've had a fake out on the hour. That would come back down. I think we're best off waiting for the 4, because if you look at this 4, the 4 hour, you've only got a small bearish 4 hour, kind of like a doji candle, okay, on the 4 hour, and then you've got a big 4 hour candle. Now, where's this 4 hour going to close? Is it going to close bearish? Probably, because this one was bearish. But how far? Where's it going to close at? And the issue you've got, at any point really, this 4 hour could just pull back and have a big wick to fill on the next 4 hour. But if we had a 4 hour close like this and then we were on to the next 4 hour, we know that the new 4 hour is going to pull back, and then we can maybe catch the flip or something like that. But at the moment, we don't know how far back this 4 hour is going to go. We know this 4 hour should be coming to tap previous support, but it should have done it on the previous candles. And it didn't. But the 4 hour would be our best call, but that's an hour and a half. So I think what we'll do is we'll see how this 30 close. We'll probably have to watch this on lower time frames and see what happens, because if we can get something like this, so if this 15 closes like so, that would be the 30 closing bullish, or even like that, that would be the 30 closing nest play. And then if we can get a 15 close into this area for the new 30, oh, don't want, and then the last 15 of the hour closes back in like so. How would that look for the hour? Well, that would just be a nest play on the hour. That would be a nest play on the hour. Okay, that means the hour would look something like this. So we've got something break to the low, and then the new hour would look like that, and then we've had that wick to the downside. That's what it would look like on the hour. And then what we can do then is new hour should open up, push up first, and then as the hour flips, we can maybe get a sell stop. Dog's gonna go crazy now. We maybe get a sell stop for an S play, and this whole move is an S play on the hour. But how would that look on the 15? Well, it'll just look like this. This would be the hour close. The new 15 would open up, create a top wick, and then flip to start coming back down. But it's whether it's going to do that. It's whether it's going to do, because at the minute you're pushing down, you're looking to come and fill this wick at the moment. So leave them without us. Because the hour hasn't even tapped the wicks of the previous support. So I wouldn't have got in on this anyway. What we can do is look at a 5-minute close below here. What happens to price? Let's have a look, because I think we're back down to some data. Come on. Okay, so what happens when we get a 5 close below? So if we get a 5 close below 2059, we should be popping down to 2050. Yeah. This would be our take partial move to break even. Can we see more data though? That's literally all we've got to go off at the minute. All we've got to go off. That makes sense. It would make sense for the daily because the daily's down at 2036, isn't it? Sure, we had another zone. Do one more. No. Okay. So, two options. We wait for the hour. Hopefully, we can get an S play on the hour, right? Or the 30, which is going to close in 5 minutes. We can start coming back up. If we come back above these areas, we can then wait for a fake out back below. Now, if we don't get the fake out back below, and price starts closing into zones back above this, then that would be the forward pulling back. That's a forward pulling back. We could look for buys back up. Okay. Or if price does flip and drive, we can just take a 5 minute close below 2059. So it could be sells below, so we don't miss the move. You should be coming down to 2050. However, that's from like 2 areas. We haven't got much data to go off at all. So the probability, yes, it's 100%, but it's 100% out of 2. So it is a bit risky, mind. So I think we need to see what price is going to do. 30-minute close in 4 minutes. Let's see how this closes. I'm sure we'll catch something today, though. So not to sweat. Not to sweat. Anybody in anything still? Are you still in that trade, Mikey?
No, mate, I took partials and it's ticking me out now. So
Where did you get in at?
It was, see the break below 2066 on a 5 minute.
Oh yeah, here.
When it had broke down, I just
Ah.
got in off a bit of a risk entry, but it broke that bottom wick, you see. That
Yeah,
so I was just in, man.
Yeah, it was nice, like. Nice. Mondays. I don't think, did we get a trade? We didn't get a trade on Friday. I did get a trade on Friday, but it was New York. But London, we didn't catch a trade on London.
It was amazing watching it fire up last night. So I just had a nosy at the charts, and that was just ridiculous. I've never seen a like.
I know. Mad, isn't it? Structure. Where's my where's my sessions gone?
There you go on. Flick it.
I know. Vic could shout at me. To be honest, I'll probably be using it today. Like, I think we'll have to.
Indicators are included this month, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
So Look at that pump. That pump. I said it was going to pump. It's like I knew it was going to pump, but I don't want it to pump. I want it to start coming back below. Really, because I do feel now though, if we can get the monthly closing back below 1987, what that means is then this we've had a fake out on the monthly. So what will happen then is, now that we've come and broke all the highs, you think about it, now we can come and break this low. But price wouldn't have been able to break this low from these highs. Why do you think? Because these didn't even break these. So you can't drive that far. You've got to break some highs in order to break some lows. Now that you've broke the highs, we should be coming past 1840. But that's if it can come down. And that's if, with what's going on in the world, price is even going to come back down. We don't know. We don't know. Trying to see if we can get some sort of wing back, but the thing you've got, the only thing you've got to go for a wing back is 2072. That is the only thing. You missed a good party on the weekend. No, it was fantastic.
Keeps up with the videos.
Yeah, it was good. Food was nice. The only thing is, what done me head in a bit, is you couldn't get shots. You had to pay for shots, you know, like sambucas and tequilas and that. That was the only thing. We got the drinks package. But the only thing what wasn't involved was like the shots. Oh, 30. So we've had a 30 close now. Thing is though, guys, we're there because the 30, it's gonna tap 2066 definitely. So why can't we just take a buy up now? Break the lows again, 22 pips. Because you're going to have to tap 2066 to go to do the next move. No, we'll have to wait here. Gonna have to wait. I think we'll have to start introducing NAS 100, like, just until we start coming back down. Because that 30's closed bullish with no top wick. Well, not much of a top wick. So I would expect this to flip and tap. Difficult. Difficult. See how this hour does. We sort of need this hour to close bullish, really. But what we need the hour to do, we need it to close bullish and close respecting 2066, not back into the area. Because if it closes back into the area, we're gonna have to wait. Because this could be a fake out. So if this hour does close back in like that, the next hour could just be open up, back in, and then this was a fake out to the high. So what we need to take buys, we'd need buys above 2071, because that would be like a range 2. Because what happens is, when you get a breakout, the only thing what can catch us out really is fake outs. You can't preempt them really, but what you can do is limit them. And the majority of fake outs happen when it's a range 2. So let's say the trend's bearish, which it is, okay, Trend's bearish. I know it's bullish on the higher time frames, but on the 4 hour, 1 hours, it's bearish. And the higher time frames make sense because they need the pullback, because none of them have tapped previous support. So technically, they're bearish as well, really, right? So the overall trend is bearish. But what happens is when you get a break below, you'll get price close back into the range above. And what that does, that makes all the retail traders think, okay, we're going back up now. Everyone starts buying and puts the stops below. So they buy, but then all what happens is new candle opens up, closes back into the range, and then obviously price carries on its bearish momentum, takes all the stops out. And this was a fake out to catch all them buyers. Now this tends to happen with range 1. So what I mean by range 1, it's just 2 zones. So we're in this zone now. So this is range 1. So this is range 1. Oh shit. Okay. That is number 1, by the way. Let me put this red again. Yeah, no. That's range 1. This is range 2. Okay. So these would be no trade ranges, because this would be a range 1 breakout. This closed back in. But if price came back up, this would be a range 2, and then yes, you could trade it, because now you've had a range 2 breakout. So you could trade that. Does that make sense? Because this range 1 here, that's where you tend to get your fake outs, if you're going to get a fake out. I'm not saying you always get one. It's Forex, anything can happen. Good morning, Nate. How are you doing? I'm trying to see how you get these emojis on. So, if you've just joined the YouTube, guys, we're just currently waiting. We're waiting for an hour close. Hopefully, we can get a nest play on the hour, where the hour closes bullish, but closes respecting 2066.76. If so, then we should be coming back down to fill the range at 2059. If that's the case. No, I didn't. Oh, well, yeah, we seen some snow on the way home, but we didn't. It's one motorway, mate, for me, all the way to Anglesey. But looking at the, as soon as you got on Anglesey, though, no snow, because I need to see in it. It's just like, well, I say Anglesey, Holyhead area. But it's lovely, wasn't it? Dead Christmassy. Dead Christmassy. Did you feel rough the next day, Nate? Weirdly, I was fine. Weirdly. Be no work for you all week if the weather's bad. You are?
It's just saying how many people went.
It wasn't that many. It's one of them parties, you know, when loads of different businesses go. So there was loads in there. I think there was about 16 or something. 16. There wasn't many went that this year.
I'll definitely be there next year.
Yes, it's good, like. Just the drive home done you. And imagine, mate. It's awful driving when you've had a drink the night before. You shouldn't do it, really. You should have waited. I went for a breakfast in that Bishopsgate. It was lovely. Look at this weather. Miserable. Absolutely miserable. So we watched our Christmas movie last night, Dan. What's your Christmas movie? Yeah, I pick a Christmas movie. What would you pick?
Die Hard.
Die Hard. Die Hard.
It's gotta be the first Christmas movie of the year.
Is it a Christmas movie though? Is it?
Yeah.
Don't know, like. Don't know.
Happens at Christmas.
Ours is only because my wife absolutely loves it. It's tradition, we have to watch it. Like the 1st of December every year, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Nice.
She loves it. I've got the last year I bought the. Do you know the? Have you seen it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know when he's in his hockey jersey
Mm-hmm.
and he's just like looking out the window daydreaming? I bought her that hockey jersey,
Nice.
and I got yesterday. I surprised her with the mugs, the moose mugs, where he's drinking the eggnog from. I got her some of them. She was over the moon. Yeah. Over the moon.
Quality.
Daddy Claus, look at this. So it might be a fast call today, guys, right, as well. So stay sort of tuned in, because it might be a case, I might see something and I'll just go, right, guys, I'm getting in here. Like, this is teasing me, because I think you shouldn't be coming to break the lows without tapping 2066, because that's previous support. But at the minute I just can't take that, because this 15 should flip, really. Either flip or close bearish, but the new 15 should come back up. I think we're just going to wait for the hour. Should we have a look at NAS? Let's have a look at NAS. I'll probably introduce this very soon. This is my last trade with it. Look at that. Nestle through. Take partial move to break even. Perfect. How many pips was that? That 31 pips. 32 pips even. And then shot off. Perfect trade.
I need to drive up as well, isn't it?
Yeah. So let's do a top down there. Let's have a look. Oh, monthly.
Was that NASDAQ?
This is NAS 100. This or US 100.
Yeah.
I never really traded it. I've only started trading it the last month, say. It's more sort of testing it, really. I need more test on it. But looking at gold, if gold keeps pumping, I'm sort of getting forced to sort of take a bit more notice of it, really.
Yeah. Well, like you say, if it's got more that you can do, like sort of analysis wise.
Yeah, well, it moves really smoothly.
By the way,
You what, mate?
it's just tap 66.
Has it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so look, exactly what I said. With the 30, I said it's gotta come up there, hasn't it? Oh god, where's my bloody thing gone? Yeah, look, 30's flipped. So this is the hour flipping. I was interested in taking a sort of the flip, but a bit more risky that. We don't want to lose our 14 trade winning streak, do we?
Yes.
Look at it go. So let's see what this hour does. We're going to have to wait for this hour close. Now, this, remember what this could be though? This could just be the 4 hour pulling back. We don't have a clue where this 4 hour is going to close. I think the next range on the 4 hour, was it? Yeah, the previous range on the 4 is down here, 2050. So you would imagine price would start coming back down to tap this in order if price wants to push back up and break the highs. That's what I can see happening, coming down to 2050. But this current 4 hour, because it's done such a big push already, it could start coming back, and that's where we could get caught out. We're looking at sells, so we can't take it yet. Now, best case scenario would be to wait for the 4 hour to close, and then you're up to date with price. You know then you're probably going to get a pullback on the 4. Might even break the highs, and then you're going to start flipping to the downside. So you could just get a sell stop off the break of the lows, or off the candle after the pullback. But at least we're more in tune. But at the minute I don't have a clue where this 4 hour is going to close. It could close anywhere at the moment, so that's why we're just waiting out. Remember we get one shot trading. I always say it. You're probably sick of it, but It's like running into no man's land. The more times you do it, eventually you're going to get shot. You're going to get in and out. But that's just the way I trade. That's not the right way. What's the right way for me?
That's why we're streaming, so you get loads of people on streaming, so you've got loads of cover.
Yeah. So when I'm about there, I'm just going to shout cover fire. Cover fire. Is this how we can just close respecting and we pop up and tap 2071? Do you know what? Why can't we take a wing back from there then? Let me have a look at this. I don't think there's data for it, but so what you need for a wing back, guys, is either a breakout, and then you catch the pullback, or price struggling to break back into the range and closes respecting. 2069. What is that? So there's something with 2069. So when you close respecting 2066, price can push to 2069 and then reject. So what is the difference? 59, 21 pips, 56 pips. Stops will have to be over here. Okay, so we could potentially have a wing back from 2069 if we close respected on the hour. Okay, let's have a look at that. So, could just come and tap 2069 now, I suppose. There is a minor support at 2069. Okay, if this hour doesn't tap it and closes respecting, we could then get a wing back from 2069. So that would mean the hour closes like so. The new hour then can pop up, tap 2069, and then flip to come and fill the rest of the range on the hour. And this whole move would be a nest play, but we've entered on the wing back. And all we would do, worst case, is if this hour did come and fill the range, it's then got to break above or close respecting the next range as it fills it. And even if price wants to push up, I would imagine the new hour would come and tap 2066 anyway, even before flipping to the upside. So we've got a bit of an advantage point. So this could be on, but it's only on if the hour closes respecting. And is it on? Is it on if the hour closes respecting? Why don't we just do 2072? Because this hour comes up, but we didn't close respecting, did we? If it closes back in, we're probably going to have to wait another hour, because you're going to want to see if the fake out happens. Because we could potentially just be getting a fake out. So, how long have we got? Home Alone. The Grinch is good. Do you know what? I went to watch The Grinch by myself when I first came out. I was only young, because I was meeting my mates at the cinemas, and I was late. They'd already went in, but they didn't tell me which movie, and it was the choice of two. I can't remember what the other movie was. So I guess it was a 50-50 chance. And I went in, and they weren't in with her. So I chose The Grinch, and they weren't in. So I sat in the cinemas by myself, watching The Grinch, and I laughed my head off.
It's like Muppets Christmas Carol as well.
I like that. I like Muppets Christmas Carol.
I think it's brilliant. Probably one of the best ones.
Yeah. Guys, I'll be back in a minute. It's going to be a bit time. Ooh, 9 minutes left. Did you watch a match on Saturday then, Dan?
I did, yeah.
See, I didn't watch it because it kept buffering in there on my phone. Battered them.
I'd gone out into Durham for lads' Christmas drinks.
Oh yeah. Oh, I bet that was good.
That was decent. It's icy, so
Yeah.
lots of slipping and sliding, but I managed to get back home for about 5 to 8 and in bed, so stuck the match on.
Yeah.
Good. Really good. Another fantastic performance from us.
It's like 22 shots or something. Yeah, they're rubbish, Man U though, aren't they?
Loads of percent possession and fantastic.
Yeah.
And
Like.
it's Gordon as well. Gordon scoring or assisting.
Yeah.
Pretty much every game. It's a good sign.
Yeah.
And I assume you've seen the draw for the third round of the FA Cup.
Mate, it's like everything's made for us at the minute.
And,
Fantastic,
I was
isn't it?
just, as soon as I saw it, I was just like, we were talking about that on Friday, about Derby Day and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it's like the universe was listening.
Yeah. Crazy, innit? Absolutely
It
crazy.
is. It's brilliant. I bet you they'll be really confident.
Oh yeah. I was over the moon when that come out. Whoa. Yeah, they're rubbish, Man U. Like, I mean, Rashford. Did see the state of Rashford walking about and that? Like, bloody. He's on like 300 grand a week.
Yeah.
It's like how?
Exactly.
How? See, I don't like this idea. I do like the idea of contracts. I'm not saying that, but I think the clubs need more power. Like, they should be able to go, mate, you are not pulling your weight. I'm lowering your wage. You're not pulling your weight.
Well, this is it. It's what we were talking about last week as well, though. Is if everyone's on a set amount,
Yeah.
even if it's like 50 grand a week, but it's then game by game performance related.
Yeah.
Bonus.
That's the best way to do it.
Take you up to 300 grand if you're performing week in, week out. Then, why shouldn't you really be able to do that? But it should be performance related. And like you say, if you're walking about when you're on 300 grand a week, it's not very endearing.
Just looking at NAS 100 here. Yeah, you haven't had a pullback, and you haven't tested the wick high. Weekly, no top wick, still bullish. Daily, no top wick. 4 hour, 3, 2, 1 hour close above. Ooh. 5 minutes for the hour. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not going on at the minute, guys. We're going to have to wait for this hour to close. Fortunately. All on this hour. Because even if this hour closes back in, you can still get a fake out. So the plan coming back down can still be on, but you just can't. You can't just. We couldn't just enter. You can't just enter, because it could pull back even further. It might not be a fake out. You don't know it's a fake out until that next hour is closed. No top wick on this 15. Where are you going? Are you going to come fill this range? Are you going to come fill this range? So it looks like this 15's going to come and fill this range. That means the hour is going to fill the range. To be honest, over the weekend I was thinking, because I looked at where gold closed on Friday, I thought Monday is going to be a tricky day because we need it to settle down. We need to find the direction now where it's going to be heading. And from last week, the end of last week, it's all heading up. But it's really difficult to get ranges and things like that. So we do know there's a minor support here on the hour. That's the thing. So if the hour can close respecting look, there's that support there. Taps it and just pulls back straight away. But you got to look at where price came from. Price came all the way from 2047. So we can't really go off this too much, because it's just one. If I go back to the previous area, what happens here? So if we look at this, right, you've got the hour can tap this zone and pull back, but we haven't. We've got 2 minutes left of the hour, so it's probably unlikely it's going to pull back now into 2066. We'd need one big 5-minute candle of 31 pips, which is probably unlikely. So what does that mean then? Well, it means now the hour, if we can get the hour closing below 2070, then 2070, that's the next support really. What's this, a 4 hour? 2070, and then a bearish close, and then we could look for wingbacks back down. But at the moment, can't do anything. The 4 hour thing, I think it's going to be on the 4 hour, like I said at the start of the stream. Probably going to have to wait for this 4 hour to close. Let's see. 1 minute left for this hour. Can't take anything at the minute, guys, because this could just be a fake out. So what it is, you can't take buys from, because you would think if the hour closes in here, it's going to come and tap 2069. Okay, but you can't take buys from here to here because it might not tap 2069. Why might it not tap 2069? Because this could just be a fake out back in. Now I do think though you're going to have to tap up there before coming back down, but it doesn't really have to, because we've been so high. This could just be a little pullback on the 4 hour in order for the 4 hour to push further. Five seconds. I mean, what is this little range? Could we not, if we pull back 18 pips, could we not get a... If we pull back and tap 2066, we could potentially get a buy stop on to come and fill the range. Because if it taps 2066 and then starts flipping, it's not just going to flip, activate, pull it down. It's going to come and tap next support. So that's a potential. But we've got to pull back. It's a bit close, bang on 2069, didn't it? Ah, look, coming back up now. 2069, so it means we could come as high as 2075 and then reject. You can't even take a wing back from here because you've only got two. You've got this to go off, and then the other one was that, which went straight through. So it's like 50-50. So we can't do anything there either, unfortunately. Big 30-minute close. 15, 5. Yeah, look, you're going to tap it. Now though, if we get a 5-minute close back below 2060, we could maybe take that, could we? That would be a 15 coming back below that. 30 back in. Okay, so yeah, we could potentially do that now. So if we got a 15, you probably need a 15 though, at the lowest. Close back below 2066. So if we got something like this, price comes up, and then the 15 start coming back down, and then the 15 closes below, like so, you broke back into this range. That would then show the hour closing back in, so like a fake out back to the downside. Then you're saying, okay, well the hour's probably going to want to break these lows then. So then the next 15, pull back, tap previous support, would start heading down to fill and push past this range. So we could maybe grab this from 2066 down to 2059. So that's what we could be looking at. As for buys, you'd probably need an hour break back above 2072, because that would be a range 2. So if we got an hour break for buys above 2071, then we'd want a pullback, but that would be the 4 hour. You'd have to be careful, because that would be the 4 hour closing bearish. I probably couldn't even take buys, because even if the hour closed above, it means the 4 was closing heavily bearish. So the new 4, yes, might pull back first and then drive, but the new 4 could open up and just fill its wick. So tricky, we'll see. Hopefully, I would expect this hour to come back down to fill this though, so why couldn't we do that? So if this hour flipped, it's gonna come and tap 2066, isn't it? It's got to. So couldn't we just take a sell stop off the hour maybe? $20.66. Even if price wants to push up, it should be tapping $20.66. So why couldn't we just do that if we get the hour flip? Because what is this range? 24 pips, that would work. Okay, so basically what I'm thinking is the hour's closed back in, so we're either going to get a fake out back to the low, or this hour should pull back anyway to tap 2066 if it wants to break above the highs. So therefore, can't we just get a sell stop underneath 2069? Where would stops be though? So if I went sell stop, short. Guys, I'm going to get a sell stop on here. I'm just thinking with stops though. This is going to be one of them. Stops are just going to have to be this high here. Going off the 4, but the 4 could come and tap us. Okay. That's what we'd be looking at. So what's this? 75, yeah. Because if it goes above there, where's the So guys, I'm getting a sell stop on. Where's the hour? Underneath this hour, okay. Now, this is... Let's get this on the signals quickly, because this might go. Entry 2069.8. 0.84. Stop. 2077.03. TP1. Take partial move to break even. Will be 2067.00. Target is 2050. 0.94. I just want to confirm these stops because we probably these stops. See, you're probably gonna have to use the 4. This is the difficult thing with the 4, because the 4 could just pull back, and then if you don't get to your point before the new 4 opens, the next 4 is gonna pull back, create a top wick. But these stops would be far too. You might not even get activated here, right? But this is just. I mean, look at that for stops. That would be very difficult. Yes, he's saying, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with these stops, aren't I? I'm gonna have to go for it. 2050. Okay, so I think I've been activated. I have. We are activated. We are activated, guys. So I'll probably. So the reason for this trade here, we have been activated. The reason for this trade is I do believe price has got to come and tap 2067. Even if price wants to break the highs, right? I do believe you're going to have to tap that. Now, if anything, I'm hoping we can get a fake out where the hour closes back into the range. Okay? Where the hour can close back into the range and then we can start coming down. Now, we haven't took a wick entry, so I'm not going to close like 50%. It's going to be like more like 75% of the trade I'll take, because the new hour would probably come up. Depends how far we drop back down, really. But we should be coming to tap 2067 even if we want to break these highs. Okay, so yeah, that's what we've got going on, guys. That's what we've got going on. Which is a range of 23 pips. Be nice if we can get that fake out though. If the hour can close back below, would be perfect for us. If the hour can close back below like that, yeah, new hour opens up, pulls back, and then flips to break the lows and come and fill the next range. But what you might get is you might not pull back that far to break. We could just come and tap previous support and then come back down. Now the thing with this, yes, we should come back down to there, but I might want to watch these 5s and 15s, because if you look at this 5, no top wicks on these 5s. It is a bit of a risky one, this as well, because the issue we've got, guys, you've got to think, we haven't got much data to go off. We haven't got much data to go off at all, and that's what's really hard, because remember, we work off probabilities, don't we? Probabilities. So what do we mean by probabilities? Well, we mean that if 90% of the time price does a certain thing, then the odds are pretty good for us to catch a trade to do that certain thing again, and that's what we go off. But when you're getting 100% of the time, but it's only it's only ever done it twice. Yeah, the probability is good, but you're only going off 2, aren't you? Only going off 2. Just gonna go and grab a water. Give me 2 seconds. Shout me if you get the tape past and we'll break even. Got one here. Now, the reason our stops are there, the stops are difficult on this one because really we should have had the stops above the 4 hour, but they're so big it wouldn't be worth doing. Now, what I've done is, if you are closing and breaking above 2070, you're probably going to be pulling back anyway. So what's the difference having stops right up there or above 2077? There isn't much difference really. Yeah. So that's why we've put stops like that. Now, above over 100 pips stop for me, I probably don't even look at the trade. But we have to be a bit more aggressive because of the previous data thing, and that's what we've done now. So what I want to do is I want to wait for this next 5-minute candle close. I want to see how it closes, and then we can sort of assess from there. Now, our sign to get out is if we get closures above 2071. What are we like on the 15? 15, yeah, we need a bearish 15. That'd be a nice bearish 15 if that closed like that. Now, you haven't filled the range yet on the lower time frames. So what you'll tend to get is, because that's the top of the range, 2071 on the lower time frame, you'll get the candles what'll come up and then sort of reject from it, which we haven't had that yet. But what we're saying is we're going off the hour. This hour is going to come and tap this and then flip back up to then come up and then decide what it wants to do, whether it's coming below or whether it's going to carry on. So what we want is a top wick first and then flip to the downside. Now we've had a bearish 15 close. So can that be price? 5-minute nest play, lovely. Are we going to come back up though? And if you struggle to watch it, guys, just watch it on a higher time frame. The only issue I've got was that 4 hour. Was the 4 hour really? About you. That song stuck in my head. Come on, can't the fives break the laws? Okay, if this 5 breaks the laws, probably going to go to risk free. When we break the laws, shall we say. Come on, baby. Come on, baby, light my fire. I need to get some tunes for when we win a trade and get stopped out. Things like that. 1 minute. Can the 5 come back? Now we've had a top wick on the 15 now. Okay. Can the 15 come and test the previous wick? We want to see a 15-minute break this wick. That'll be a sign that price wants to push back down. Now remember, we only want to push down to 2067. I'll tell you what I want to do. What is this? That's 11 pips. Could we not do that? That would be more aggressive. As soon as we break the lows, guys, I'm going to go risk free. So stand by, right? It is going to be more of an aggressive move. But we have to be. Because of the 4 mainly. Because of the 4 hour. Come on, 5. Get down. 5-minute close you like this would be nice. Bearish close. We're back. 10 minutes left. 30. The hour. So the hour's still got 41 minutes left, remember, on the hour. So we're basically just saying that this hour is going to be the one what comes back. But it might not be this hour. Could be the next hour or the next hour. This hour could flip, close bullish, respecting, and then the new hour then pulls back. That's what could happen. Okay. But the reason we entered on this one is because this hour created a top wick first and broke into the next zone, didn't close, and then rejected and come back down. So I was thinking, okay, is this a liquidity grab for this hour to flip to then come back and tap next zone? We will see. We will see. 15's flip back to the upside now. Where is... The only thing I don't like about this is the stops, because it's at the 4, like I keep going on about it. It's the only thing. $20.77.08. Go on, get down 15. 30. What would the 30 look like if... Now, if the 30 closes respecting... Now, I was hoping this hour would be the one what comes back down. But, obviously, the 30's flipped back to the upside now. So, there's 9 minutes left of it. So, what we want to see, really, is this 30 closing respecting. That's what we want to see. The 30 closing respecting. And then the new 30 pulls back. Basically like this. Okay, now we sort of don't want this to happen though. Well, I say we don't want this to happen. We do want price to break the highs, because that's what tends to happen in order to drive down. Yeah, but it's whether the next 30 does it. But you only want to break the wick high. So we want the new 30 to open up, break the high, and then flip to the downside to come back down. Like a storm. Now we could have said, well, we could have took a wing back for me. It would be a better advantage point. Yeah, it would be. But I've literally just gone off that hour, guys. Oh, where's my mouse? Mouse gone slow. This hour, I thought this pullback could have hit previous support, which it still could. 38 minutes left of it, remember. So we could still do that. Now, I'm just thinking, what would be to get out? 15, 8 minutes left of this 15. Let's see how this 15 closes here. Because you do get a big push in 15. If the 15, we want the 15 close and respect in here. If this 15 breaks above, yeah, on the pullback, I'll probably look to get out if the 15. So it's on the 15, whether we get out. But there's still time for this to flip, really. Because what would that be? 7 minutes for the 30. Because that then would be the 30 breaking above, then you see. That means the next 30 could power up. But I would still think you need a pullback in order to drive. So, again, if you struggle watching it, just go on a higher time frame. Just don't go on the 4 hour. Don't go on the forward time frame, because that looks like it could pull back, and then a new 4 up, down, which we knew about it. Report after each. What's a 15 doing? 5 minutes left for a 15 closure. Boring trading, isn't it? Very, very boring. Very boring.
When it's not flying in your favour, win.
Yeah. Yeah. Now remember, this 15 can actually push as high as 2075 and then still reject. Okay. Now, could this be our first loss? Could this be our first loss? We will see. We will see. We will see. Come on, 15. Don't break them highs. Five minutes left. What should we talk about? Some guy came to our table last night and he was like, he came over and started talking, he was drunk. And just started, I said, well, what you talking about? I just said, oh, fishing, randomly. He went, his eyes just lit up. And he got his phone out. He was showing us loads of pictures of carp, what he's caught, massive carp. And he was just like, showing us all these carp pictures. He was talking to us for ages, he wouldn't leave us alone at that point.
See how unfortunate though?
Yeah.
Just to pick a random topic and it be a passion.
Yeah. Yeah, he was, Nate, wasn't he? He outdone you with some of them carp though, Nate, didn't he? Bloody hell. He wouldn't leave Nate alone. I thought Nate had pulled 1 point. Whose heart's gone? Who's sweating? People will be. Yeah. You've just got to... I mean, the thing with trading, you've got to just get comfortable with the losses. If your heart's going on that, it's either risking too much or... yeah, it's mainly you're risking too much. If you struggle with trades and drawdown, right, you're risking too much. You need to know the loss, where you're comfortable with the loss, really. Unfortunately, and I think it takes time to work out what you're comfortable with, what losses you're comfortable with, and what you can handle. Because what happens is, the only way to find out what you can bring back is from time.
Yeah. So
like, I know I can take 2 losses in a day and still bring it back comfortably. So that's like my rules. If I take 2 losses in one day, I'm done. That's me done. Yeah. But it's rare it's rare let the stop loss hit. Trades like this is where stop loss can get smashed because it can pump from it.
Yeah.
But the trades we do take, if you look at the trades we took on stream prior, It's rare that we would let a stop loss get hit, really. We'd close out. So for me here, if the 15 closes above this, yeah, on the pullback in the next 50, I'd probably look to just close out for a small loss.
Yeah.
And that's where you've got to be comfortable with, because with trading, it's knowing when to get out. If price is not, because you start bringing hope, hoping it's going to reverse, hoping it's going to do this, hoping it's going to do that, and you stop reading the charts and go, okay, well, we've broke above now, so technically we should go to the next range. That's near my stops, you know.
Yeah.
Instead of but you still cling on to, hopefully it'll just reject, which it might do.
So if I stay in it just a little bit longer,
Yeah.
it'll do what I'm looking for it to do.
Because if you think about it, if this 15 breaks above, right, that would then be the hour then looking to push to the next range, and that's the forward pulling back, so it could just power through. The 15 would be, unless you got a 15-minute breakout back below, but you're hitting into a clean traffic range, and if you were going to get a 15-minute fake out to push back down, you probably would have had it here to come back down to break the lows again. Do you know what I mean? So that would be my cut-off, guys. So we'll see. 30 seconds. Get down, 15. Get down. Oh, my back.
Too much dancing.
Yeah, my back was killing last night. I've been struggling with my back lately. Oh, look at the 15 now. If we get no top wick, though, that's a good sign. That's a good sign if we get no top wick, because that means the next 15, look, this is what we didn't want. There you go. Ooh, look, it's teasing me now. So this 15, if it pushes up first, obviously now we can do, we sort of want it to push up first and then flip to the downside. 15 close back in. It can still flip. This is the thing, we can still come back down, because the hour could just come back to the close respecting, but we also could power through. What are we on here? I think I'm going to close out here, guys, because you're going to break the high. So guys, I am closing out on this for a 1% loss. Now the 15 could just flip and come back in, which would be the fake out, but my rule was, if I get a 15 close above there, I'm out. And price is pushed up. I mean, you could close bearish on this 15 and then start making its way back down. So what we want to do now is look, basically we just look for our next setup. What do we want to see, really? Actually, I need that on fill me logbook in. First loss on stream, guys. 50% loss. So what do we want to see? So we're going to have to wait for this hour, because if this hour closes above, we could probably look to buy up, but then we've got to be careful because the 4 was pulling back. The 4 hour is pulling back. Close, fall. What did we? Last fall. How do you get the emojis up on there? Oh, that's it, isn't it? Edit. This one. Where is... Excuse me.
Bless you.
Let's see if it would have hit stops. Oh, look at the 15. Come up, top wick. See if the 15 closes back in. If the 15 closes back in, we can... That's the 4, isn't it? Because the 4 is probably going to get top wick. So this is the issue with this here. The 4, even if a club... We don't know where the range is, do we, on the 4 from the top down? So it means even if it closes like this, the new 4 is probably going to give us a top wick first before coming down, which would stop you out anyway. I do believe this 15 is probably going to be the best place to get out of this trade, where the first sign of it's not going our way. Now, we did enter on this trade aggressively, right? We did enter aggressively because we were expecting this 1 hour to flip to the downside to come and tap 2066. Now it did push. What did it push? Did push 11 pips in profit, right? Which we could have took our partial there, but I didn't. I did expect it coming down to there, so my bad. Yeah, let's see what the we still got 25 minutes left of this here, so I could just carry on. But I'm gonna keep this on to have a look. Okay, so 50% loss is not too. Was it 50%? It was, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. So 50%. So depending on your risk, you've just had 50% of it lost, which is, and that's what you've got to be like. That's what you've got to be like. So yes, I have big stops, and yes, I risk 2% me, so I'm only 1% down on that trade, which is absolutely fuck all. Yeah. Oh look, would this have hit us? Would this have hit us? We know price can come and tap this level low. Oh, excuse me. Let's see if it would have hit. Ooh. Oof. Teasing us there, Dan. Oh, is it going to flip? Is this 15 going to flip? Because it could flip, because there's no bottom wick on this 15. I have to update the bloody spreadsheet now. I was really enjoying that. But you can't. It's impossible to get 100% win rate, guys, isn't it?
Well, that's it.
You know what I mean? It's all about limiting your losses. And to be honest, we've limited that pretty well, to be fair. I'm going to wait for that forward close in 8 minutes, and then we're going to reassess from there. Now what do we want to see on the 4? I mean, look at that big wick to fill now. Look. So if the new 4 can create a top wick, and then we can look to sells to fill the wick to come back down, because the 4 needs to come back down to fill 2050, I would think. Anyone still in this?
I am.
Oh, I knew Mikey G would still be in this. Go on, Mikey G. Thing is, though, it might still work, because the 15's created a top wick now. If this 15 closes bearish, then you've still got a chance here. You've still got a chance.
That's what I was thinking. But this 4 hours is going to keep coming up.
It's just whether, it's whether the forward, when the forward opens, is the 4 going to pop down first, or is it going to pull back first and then flip to the downside? That's your issue at the minute.
If it comes up first and then goes down. He'd be alright, but he might even take me out then. So
Yeah. I mean, if price comes back down to break even, safest thing to
Might
do
get
is
out.
get out. Yeah.
or even just half my lot sizes and see if it runs.
Yeah. I mean, look at this 15. If you get a 15 close back in here, mate, really good, because it means the new 4 it will probably pop down first. To be honest, it's probably my bad that we should have been a bit more aggressive on this. Because you did pop 11 pips, didn't we?
It was close to my stop loss anyway.
Was it?
Only marginal that I didn't get taken out, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, look at that.
1.3. So.
I should have been more. Yeah, we could have took it there, right? Oh shit. See how this 15 closes, man. I hope it does.
Screw up for a 15-minute entry.
I can't now because the 4 hour. I don't know what the 4 is going to do. What it is, I want to pull back on the 4 now. So what I want to see is I want to see this 4 open up, pull back, tap at least previous support, which is the wick of this 2081, and then I'd look to sell below 2072, come back down. So probably either a sell stop or just wait for breaks below back them zones. Really, that's what I'd want to see. But the 4 could easily open up and push down, and the reason being is I don't have a clue where these 4 hour ranges are because we're all-time highs. So it's difficult, really.
So we've got an hour 20 on that 4, aren't we?
It's this hour here. If this hour can close respecting here, the new hour will probably come back down to fill 2067, because it's just mirror imaging this. Look, price came up, tapped 2075, and then closed respecting the new hour. Then pulled back 2066. Oh my god, look at the 15, mate. This is looking really nice for you. Now if the 15 pulls back and close nest, then I would probably bottom wick, get out of the bottom wick, because the next 15 is then probably going to drive, and that'd confirm the 4 pulling back.
And see how this closes, this 30 and 15.
Ooh. Four minutes left. Oh my god. Look what it's doing. I thought this would have stopped us out here though, because if you think about it, right, when price is closed into that range there, it needs to come and fill the next range. Where's the next range? We don't really know. I mean, this is a range of 2075 on a smaller time frame, but if we're coming back up, we're gonna want to break the high of this, aren't we? That's where our stops was, and that's why I thought, well, you're gonna want to break the highs anyway, so you're probably gonna get stopped out at that point. Yeah. So, but look what price is done now. 15's closing back in, so you're getting a fake out on the 15. So this is probably the move to come back down to here. So basically, it was a valid trade. We entered a bit aggressively because we wanted this hour to flip. But if you look at this hour now, I mean, is this hour going to flip? 17 minutes left of this hour. Could do, I suppose, with a 15. But we can't take it now until I've got to see the 4 hour now. Got to see the 4 hour. That's my first loss on stream, that.
Wasn't even
It wasn't even a loss. I know. Well, do you know what it was? If I went down, because I went off the hour, and it was a flip basically. It was a flip entry. I haven't took flips for a while, to be fair. I've always been doing wing backs or breakouts, but this was a flip entry, and they hadn't filled the range yet. So I could see it breaking us. But if I'd went down to the five, the next 5 support really is this little area. Oh, broke above, you need to come and tap previous support and then go. So technically there was enough here, because where were we at? Where did we enter? Can't even remember. I know it was about there, wasn't it? So there's enough here to grab what we want, because remember we only need 10 pips a day, and that alone is 11 pips. So if I did go down to 5 minute, which I should have done, this is where technically we should have took partial move to break even, been more aggressive on the trade, but I went off the hour, and the hours should be coming back down to 26.7, which I think they probably will do, but when, I don't know. So nothing we can do, unfortunately, guys. Monday morning, maybe I'm still half asleep, maybe I'm still drunk from Saturday.
Unprecedented though, isn't it? These prices.
Yeah, it's really tough to read as well, because you've got no data to go off. No, 15's closed now. Are you going to close respecting, or are you going to come back down? If you close back into that zone, the new 15 probably create a top wig and then flip, and that'll be the last 15 of the 4 hour. So hopefully that'll be the 4 wanting to come back down, but we can't take anything at the minute. I stopped yawning as well. Oh, you closed nest play there. So it's up to you, Mikey G, what you do really.
I think it's going to push up a little bit now and then carry on.
We'll see. We'll see. We will see. What did we actually lose there?
Here we go.
27 pips. Go on, son. You want these this low. You want this low breaking. You can get this low breaking. I'm gonna start wearing my Santa hat, I think. My Santa hat on. I did think when on Sunday I was thinking, you know what, Monday we need to see what's going on really. Monday and Fridays are sort of trap days. What I really want to see, what would be perfect, if we can get a fake out on the hour back in 2069, that'd be nice, because then we know we're coming down to them levels. So I'm gonna break the laws.
Time for a brew, but no milk.
Oh no. No milk. Schoolboy error there.
A bit of black coffee, but not the same. Get down. Get down.
I know. Get some tunes on.
Get down.
Get down, get down.
How about a bit of Spandau Ballet for when you get a good win?
Yeah.
Ooh.
You gotta be careful YouTube though, because it cuts you off if you have like copyright songs on. So you know only plays.
Do you remember Hammond's Dance?
Yeah, what was that on again? Ooh, what song was that on again? Are you on about the dance where he's got the hot pants on with cut out the back?
Yeah.
Class that.
Number 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, that was it, yeah. They played at his wedding.
Yeah. He regrets that to this day.
I can imagine.
Still bring it up.
Imagine that, the new parents as well.
I wonder it can last.
Yeah. Yeah, when you've got stuck up parents like that though, and they're looking at him like, he's not right for you. Like, do you watch Married at First Sight?
No.
It's funny. You know what, it's pretty good to be fair. You get people like that on there. It's like
Start calling him Henry VIII.
Henry VIII, yeah. Henry VIII. See how we gonna come back up and fill. Look at that for a wick. You haven't even tapped previous support yet. Not even the wicks. Difficult. Controlled losses, guys, that's what I call it. When you take a loss, it's a controlled loss and you're limiting your losses the best you can. Okay. And if you're losing sleep over it, then your risk's too high. Look at this. Is this the 15? Now pushing. Are you coming up on the 15, or is that just a top wick to come back down? You've not brought back into the zone, so you should be pushing back up really. But yeah, I don't know where the next 15-minute range is. It's probably here at 2083. I mean, look at that candle. What time? Last night there. Wow. Why's the 15 flipping back to the downside? What's the 5s doing? Can you get a 5 close back below? New 4 in 9 minutes.
Still another hour in the fall. That's 1 hour. Big down.
Yeah.
Not really going anywhere, is it?
Nah, it's going slow, isn't it? Oh, morning, Martin.
Good morning, you Peter. How you doing?
How are you doing? You must be aching after all the moves you put in on Saturday.
A little stiff I was yesterday morning. Not too bad
I
today.
tell you what, you've got some moves though.
I might have been a little drunk, slightly.
I was telling the missus, I said, I tell you what, he's got moves like that. I'm jealous you're going to bed with him. I'm jealous.
Oh, sorry. It was a good night though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is good in there. Like I really enjoy it. Good crack it was.
Oh, it was, yeah, brilliant. Nice to meet everybody as well, put faces to the names and that.
Yeah. Let me guess. You expected me taller?
No.
Oh, really? Everyone does, you know.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks, God, I thought you were taller than that.
Andy told me already, mate.
Oh, did he? Oh, he would. Selfish bugger there, stealing all the hide.
Yeah, something like was talking about yellow bit roads and shit like that.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
So yeah, no, he was obviously complimentary about it because that's what we are.
Yeah. Yeah, right. I don't believe that. Well, we've had a small loss on this morning. Have you just got on?
No, I've been on for a bit, but
Have you?
I'm trying to get the microphone to work on the headset. But it
Right.
wasn't working, so I thought, fuck it, I'll just use the go old school and use the computer. But it took me an hour to get the computer working.
Did it? Yeah. Yeah, we took a small loss on it. We had an aggressive entry really. To be honest,
I came into it about a minute before you actually put the deal on. Okay. So I don't know what the preamble was, but I haven't seen it.
to be honest, well, the trade itself, it was off the hour, but when I should have went down to 5, and I did push 11 pips, which 10 pips we aim for. So, but I didn't notice on the 5. I thought the hour was going to pull back to 2067. So it's like it's a tough one because it sort of was a valid trade, but we were a bit aggressive getting out as well. So we closed full minus 50%, as in 50% of the stop loss. So it's not bad. It's only 1% for me, which is fuck all really. But we just got to wait. We're struggling because you haven't got much previous data. We need gold to pop back down really.
That's it. You've got nothing as well, have we?
Yeah.
Will it come back down? Because obviously Brits are buying it. Nobody's did this.
Yeah.
That's something that you've always got to look. Same with on gold.
Yeah.
You never know which central government's deciding they're going to go aggressive on it.
That's it.
You out, no.
So currently we're just waiting on the forward. We're going to see what the forward does, and then hopefully we can catch something off the forward. If not, we'll just leave it. Let today settle. See what New York does. It's the news today. Hopefully New York can bring it down, ready for the rest of the week. Nah, there's no news today. And then obviously we can go back tomorrow. We're a bit more settled. See how it goes. We will see. We will see. What else we got on Discord?
15 minutes doing all at the moment, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, really, this 15 is if you get a 15-minute closure back in here, the fall's probably going to pop 2066 before flipping back up. But you've closed nest play on this 15, so I would expect prices struggle to break the lows at the minute. But I mean, anything can happen at the moment because we're so high. Anything can happen.
You could just get one candle going boof.
Yeah.
Either way at the moment, yeah.
Yeah.
It's got range both sides, hasn't it?
Yeah. Good morning, Hassan. Got Hassan. Good morning, Cody. How are you doing, mate? Mikey G's still in this, or Martin? He's still in it.
I know, yeah. He's doing alright, isn't he? He's hanging in there.
Oh, he's hanging in there. His heart's like that.
That's it. If it pops the right way for happy days.
Yeah.
It doesn't know what it's doing at the moment, does it?
Nope. Because 2066.
knows Mikey's waiting for it. It's just keeping on tenner hooks, just for a laugh.
Yeah. What are we gonna do? 8-3-3 City yesterday, eh?
Yeah.
Tell you what though.
In front of God.
Yeah.
Found all the banjo one.
I tell you what though, Tottenham are looking decent.
One.
Tottenham are looking really decent.
It's hard. They just seem to get annoy us at all points. That referee decision at the end didn't help us. Maybe he was offside, I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't seen the City. I haven't seen the highlights yet. Like, I'm gonna watch them today.
Haaland was rubbish.
Yeah.
But I looked at Grealish. He was quite poor. He missed most of the goal.
Did he?
Yeah. Everyone was jumping up, I think, in expectation. And he missed. Bizarre.
Oh dear.
But it happens. We're still up there at the moment, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we get ourselves together. One of them, one of the captains will get the team together and go, right, okay, what we're going to do this season, we're going to start about.
Yeah.
It's hard, I think, for them because they're pulling themselves again.
Let's be honest though, would you be bothered if you don't win the league this season?
No, because that'll be what, fifth?
You've had what, 5 in a row now, haven't you? The 5 in a row?
4 in a row.
4 in a row. Oh, 15 close there, Mikey G. Oh, 4 was opened up. Can you get down for... No bottom wick on this 15 though. Let's see what happens here, guys. I can't do anything at the minute here. I need a top wick at least. At least a 2081. If I get a top wick, 2081, I'll be happy to take sells off a sell stop. But if not, I'll probably it might take a while to get up there. If it drives first, probably just gonna call it to let today settle and then come back. Because the hour's closed below. You still haven't filled the range yet though here on the hour, so you haven't closed respecting. So is this how we're gonna pull back? It'd be nice if it does, really. No top wick. Oh. How do you do that on a calculator? Cody, do you mean like work out your risk? So like how much you risk in per trade, you mean your stop loss? Is that what you mean? Yeah. You can either I just use our relentless lot size calculator. So it's just this here. So it sits on your TradingView. If you go into our website, therelentlesshub.com, it's on there. There is a charge for it though. It's £27 one off, so you've got it for life basically. There is free. So if you come into where you go to price not products, you've got lot size calculator, 27 quid one off. So what it is, you pay for that and it comes on here, and all you do is once you get your box on, you wait your pips, your stop loss out, double click on it, you put in your balance, whatever you have. The percentage, or you can change it to the money. So if you want to risk, I don't know, $500 per trade, say, risk 0.5%. Yeah, so you'd put in here 200k if you want a 200k. If you want to risk, I don't know, percentage, and you want to risk 0.5%, you'd put that in. And then when you look for your trade, you just put in your entry price. So let's say we enter where we entered 26.9. 0.84, and your stop loss is 2077, 7.08. Put your spread in, which is 2 on gold. Click OK, and then it'll just give you your lot size there. So it'll just give you a lot size, and then you just use that for your lot size. So that's what you use. There is free ones you can get on the internet as well, but you'd have to have another browser up. So there is one on my FX book as well. So self-explanatory. Put the pair in, and put your percentage in. It'll just give you your lot size there, so you can use that also. So it's basically just a lot size calculator. That's how you work out your risk. And if you're looking at prop firms and things like that, you've got 5% a day to play with. So you can't lose more than 5%. So if you say to yourself, okay, I'll have 1% for spread and things like that, I've got 4% to play with, what do I want to risk per trade? So me personally, I risk 2% per trade, because I don't take many trades anyway, but 2% per trade. I have big stops as well, because I only scalp. I'm just a scalper, mate. 2% per trade. If I take 2 losses in a day, that's me done. That's my rules. Oh, look at the hour. No top wick on this hour. So here's a little tip for you, right? When you get something like this, I don't like it. So have you noticed this hour's closed respecting 2071, but this hour hasn't closed respecting it, but has closed below it still. So what this means is, it means the new hour can still come and fill, pull back, and can still come and fill, and then that could be the one what closes respecting like that. It means you got to wait another hour, and then the new hour could be the one what pushes up and flips to the downside to fill the range. Okay, so I don't tend to like it when it does this. I like it when it's fully closed at support, and then you're either breaking into the next range with a new one, or you've got to come back down. But at the minute, we can still close bullish on this hour. Still close bullish on this hour if you wanted to. No, we have been in, mate. We have been in. Take partial move to break even was 20. This is for Rhyme Wi-Fi. Love the name, mate. Rhyme Wi-Fi. We have been in. Take partial move to break even was 2067, but it's a bit. I wouldn't probably enter at the minute now. It's gonna power through. Look at this. He's still in, Mikey G.
I'm just going to risk free now, because I'm not even risking it going back up. Oh, it's gone.
Took you out. Yeah, because I mean, it goes what we said. Like, I do believe you've got to tap 2066 if you want to break these highs, as in closing on the highs. But to be honest, I thought this would have stopped us out. A couple of pips closer probably would have caught us out. So it's just one of them, guys. That's trading. But you think we've took a loss, right? But what have we done with that loss? We've limited the loss. Only 50%. Limited the loss, right? We were in full control of that loss. Okay, but the setup itself, I mean, we could have took partial move to break even at 11 pips. But even if we waited, you probably look to hit. You're going to break the lows here. But what I want to see really is an hour close back below 2066, so we can start coming back down. That's probably what I want to see. But at the moment, probably won't be on stream for it really, because we're going to have to wait another hour. 11 o'clock by the time that closes, and then we'll look for sells back below there. Yeah, you might have spread on that as well, Cody, so your stop loss might say that, but then obviously depending on your broker as well, they'll put spread on there. So it just depends. Look at this, man. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. I love trading. It's great, isn't it?
I think going back to like risk and stuff like that. Like what that took me out there was like 186 negative,
Yeah.
but risking like 0.3 lots
Right.
on that. So like clearly I've done something wrong there.
Well, what size account are you on?
5k.
For 5k. Are you using the position lot size calculator?
The MyFX.
MyFX one. Well, what? So if you were on 5k, the stops were 75 pips, weren't it? Are you putting with gold? You've got to put the 3 digits in. So for example, let's say if you're on a 5k, yeah, and you're risking, what you're risking? Did you say?
So I'd risked 0.3 of the account, percent wise 0.2%.
0.2% risk.
Yeah.
Okay, so and then your stop was 75, wasn't it? 75 pips. So with gold, you put a 0 on. With other pairs, you just put the 75. Okay, then you click calculate, which is a 0.01 lot. What did you use on that?
So I'd done 0.3.
0.3. That's too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Too much. And swap it for money.
I think my stops were only.
Oh, look at that, guys. My bad, that, guys. My bad. This is where you can't get FOMO. You can't start thinking, do you know what would have played out? I'll get in now. You can't do it. You've just got to wait. Because, I mean, this as well. You think with Forex sucks every emotion out of you. Everything. Okay? Can do it. Frustrate you. It can anger you. Everything. But you just can't do anything on impulse. Okay? But, I mean, this trade here. Yeah. Whatever. Start the week. Look at it powering down. Oh my god. Mikey G still in? Oh, you went out, didn't you? Break even. Yeah, no worries, Cody, mate.
No, mate, I'm still in. I took half out and I'm now risk free, so I'm all good.
Well done, mate. Glad somebody won this morning. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably end up waiting for the hour now. Oh, what about the 15? Because if the 15, this could just be. But I don't like look. If you look at the 4 hour now, no top wick, and because it's pushed down first, it means at any point it could flip back to the upside to create a top wick. So I can't even take that. If anything, I'd need an hour close below here to take sells back down, but then you'd want to pull back because you'd want to rule out the 4 hour flipping back to the upside. Come up. So I think what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to call it a stream. I'm going to let today settle. I'll see what New York's like, but I'll probably just watch New York, let it all settle, and then come back tomorrow, fresh head. But the trade itself, I mean, look, valid trade. Yeah, we're like a few pips away from getting stopped, really. I thought that would have pushed further, so that's my bad. But 14 trades. We had a 14 trade winning streak. Now we've had a loss, so we can go from there. Yeah. Yeah, first good money emotion. Oh, more. Knew about the wick flip, never knew. Yeah. The 30, yeah, I couldn't even take a 30. It's just because the 4 hour needs a top wick. You think taking sells now, you're going to be scared of this 4 hour flipping. Upside. Yeah. There's no point.
Back on the land then?
Yeah, I've gone back on the Wanda at that point, yeah.
It's bugging my head because it's changing. You've got an hour
Do you
left
know-
before.
It's because the 4 hours, so I start matching up MT4, but you think all...
Four hour candle on my FX book is it's got a top wick and it's powering down now to fill the rest of it.
Yeah, so this is the issue I had. But all my trading has been on the Wanda. So when I went to the 4 hour, it wasn't lining up right for me. So I just went back to it. I was profitable on the Wanda, so I went back to it. But yeah, I know what you mean. Has it got a top wick? Is your top wick tapping 2072 by any chance?
Tapping 2079.
2079?
Top wick is at 2079.
Ah, right, yeah. It's because yours is an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, this could be it. This could be it, guys. I mean, I'd need to see an hour break below you, really. I couldn't do anything until I got an hour break below you. Get an hour break below you, get a top wick, and then we could take sells coming down to fill 2059. Well done, mate. Really good. Really good, mate.
Not too much, but better than the 1% drawdown was in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the bonus. Cheers for that.
It's alright,
Got to
man.
give you what could be in it as well.
Yeah, I know. It is what it. That's Forex. That's the world of Forex. So it's like some days you can just get sort of strange days, and
Mondays and Fridays normally, isn't it?
well, to be honest, I normally have good days on Mondays, but the thing what I knew was going to be difficult today, and in my head I did say, do you know what? I'm going to let Monday just settle. It's the all-time highs, previous data, so difficult to go off. Because you're technically guessing where price is going to go next. But I want to give price a bit of breathing space to come back down. I'm hoping New York pulls it down. And then the rest of the week, we're in them lower zones where we can start reading and catch some more pips. I haven't traded NAS 100 enough yet to start fully bringing it in. But I think I'm going to start bringing it in. But that's if that doesn't create the all-time highs, because if you look at NAS 100, that's getting up there. It's getting up there. You've only got this to go off, I believe. Have you? Yeah, it's all you've got to go off, this. So I don't know whether this just follows them. I haven't traded it enough, you see. I don't know too much about it. So this is what I'm saying. You can't just, when you start changing your strategy, even if you tweak it a little bit, you can't just tweak and bring it in straight away. You've got to have months of testing it before introducing it into your strategy. But yeah, you broke all the highs on that point, so yeah, we'll get there. Is that how we're going to break the lows? 43 minutes. So, what I would want to see... I'm going to take this off. Do you know what? Let's get this logbook done before we jump off. So, if you're not doing a logbook, guys, I would very much recommend to do a logbook. Because the thing with the logbook, it shows you why you took your losses and how to limit them. And that's how you can start limiting your losses. Two, 6, 8, so 11, 10, 909. Oh. Now this was a flip. Do you know what? Flip's not on here. flip. Normally these flips, what you do is you do these flips. Oh, it won't let me do all that. I knew that happened. She's gonna be pissed off with me if I get this wrong here. Where do I go again? Was I here? I'll leave that blank. Working. Anyone know how we are? Anybody good with spreadsheets? Victor's all mine.
For a long time.
Ah. She did show me as well, but I can't remember. I'll have to ask her. It was 1 hour, wasn't it? One flip. Profit loss rate minus 2, 6, 8, 0. What was it on? So stop loss was 75 pips, but the stop loss didn't get hit. We closed out, didn't we? DP. Weekly bias. It was against the weekly bias. Break. So in your notes as well, I mean, put what you're doing. The more detail on these, the better, because it can help you in the long run. Aggressive trade post 11 and draw down. What did the drawdown push? I mean, we did push like 95% drawdown, didn't we? 67 pips we pushed. Let's drawdown 67. 11. Okay. I'll have to put the bounty. I've got 13 there.
Yeah, I've got some for, thank you.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Right, guys, I'm going to shoot off as well. I'm going to call it a stream. So, if anything I'm looking at is an hour close below here, I'll wait for an hour close. Okay, so I'll show you what I want to see. So, I want an hour close below here, and then I can't just take it. I've got to wait for a top wick. Top wick, I want to come and create a top wick for this 1 hour. Pull back, and then I can look for sell stops to come back down to fill the range. That's what I'm after. So a wick coming up like so. That's what I'm going. But don't worry about catching trades today, really. I think get today out the way. Let it settle. See what New York does. See if New York can pull price back down. And then Tuesday, the rest of the week should start looking good, really. Maybe catch some more pips from there. Alright, guys. Any questions before I go? Are you happy?
No, yes, mate. Thanks very much.
No worries, mate. Right, I will catch you later.
Have a good day, Pete.
See you later, guys. Cheers, mate.